Hello beautiful friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Dagmara. If you're new here, welcome. If you're coming back, welcome back. It's great to have you again on this channel. If you enjoy making your life elegant, if you enjoy the self-care aesthetic, this is the place for you. I share my journey, my tips on how I try to make my home and my life feel special and more elegant. One of my ultimate favorite things to do is to create flower arrangements. Today I wanted to share with you how I create a flower arrangement. What I have is some grocery store flowers, nothing super expensive. I always try to find some deals on flowers, but what I always love is roses. Roses are some of my favorites, and I try to add pink roses to my decor. I just find that pop of color. It's lovely to have them around. So I'm going to turn the camera around. So here's my vessel. Here's my fooded urn that I will be using today for my flower arrangement. Inside there I have chicken wire. You can get chicken wire on Amazon, and that actually comes, well, at least the kit that I have came with gloves to protect your hands and came with little shears to cut the chicken wire to shape that you need. The actual amount of chicken wire is quite substantial, so you can cut it for a lot of different basils, different shapes. This is actually my second one, but they're very bendable, very easy to shape to your desired shape and base. So I have this. I'm also going to use ice cubes, of course cold water, and I have my shears to cut the flowers. I had these for quite a long time. I would actually recommend getting flower shears or plant shears, just because when you do that, they don't crush the stems, and that way the flowers has the right surface to drink up all of the water. So for starters, I'm going to put my ice cubes in here, and I do that in order to keep the water cold, especially in the winter time when you have heat. Sorry, I keep dropping all of. When you have your heater going on, flowers don't really like heat. They like cold temperatures, so I try to give them the best environment to thrive and keep them young and fresh as long as possible. So I always add ice cubes too. Let's get started. Now I find creating flower arrangements especially soothing and relaxing, so I actually enjoy making these. So this is a little fern-like plant, and I'm of course going to trim this, but I always kind of try to measure out where or how much I need to trim. So I also am not very particular on the length. I find that when you have vessels like this, they're not exactly, you know, like you want the plant to kind of overflow. So I'm not really worried about them all being the same size. I like them to actually be different size to create a visual interest. I have my pretty white flowers, and these are Alstroemeria. And the Alstroemeria is kind of like a pillar flower, but I find that they last quite a long time, and especially when you put them, and I'm only adding 1 packet of plant food in here. And so I'm going to start cutting this to start putting them in here and fill in any spots. Beautiful pink roses, which I like a lot. I said I love pink roses. All right, so let's stack these babies around. I'm going to trim the leaves as much as possible, and let's add a few pops of color. Roses to me are the most feminine color flowers. I like all flowers, but I find roses are just signifying kind of like being feminine and just very elegant. And I'm gonna pop a few here in the top because I think that's where I have the most room. And of course, with roses, be careful of all of the thorns, because they don't play. I always, let's turn it so we have even kind of flower distribution. Where can we put it? Right here. Just want to make sure that my roses see them and enjoy them. And this is also, you know, if you're trying to be budget conscious, the nice thing about greens is that they last, like a greenery like this, lasts quite a long time. And as you can see, like it fills quite a bit of the space. So you don't have to worry about spending a lot of money on the flowers to make a big arrangement, because you're going to have this all fill the space. You just have to make sure that you're nicely distribute the flowers. I'm gonna top them off afterwards with a little bit more water once I put it in a spot where I wanted to have it. But I just want to turn it to make sure. Oh, here's a pink flower missing. So let's add a pretty pink. And I have two more. Maybe add one more on the side. Pretty. And my last rose. Let's see what we have here. Let's put a little bit more over here. trying to stuff it into my chicken wire. All right, I'll just, whichever hangs. Okay, and then my last thing is this filler here. I want to make sure that I put in some leftover greens. I think it turned out pretty good with the flowers that I had. I do have to say that when I went to the grocery store, they didn't have too many. So I was a little disappointed with the flowers that were available, but I decided, you know what, I'm going to get a lot of greens to fill out this vase, and then whatever else I just fill in with plants. So here's sort of like the finish, and I'm going to put it back, top it off with some water, and then show you how it looks like. So here's the closer look of all of the plants. So I really like how this turned out, kind of overflowing, not sticking up straight. And that's why chicken wire is so fantastic at this, because it allows you to form different shapes of these arrangements and realign the flowers in the ways that you like to have them. Again, there's no particular rhyme and reason how I set this up or which specific flowers or plants I picked for this. It was just whatever was available in the store. I knew that I wanted to have roses, but at that particular store they didn't have too many beautiful roses that I wanted to have. So I opted to have a lot of greens, a lot of kind of the filler plants that you usually would put into an arrangement. I have some of these white flowers here that, see how nicely they open up once I put them in cold water, and put some of the feet in there. And then I have my beautiful roses. The rose, that's the finished product. So I hope you enjoyed this quick video of flower arrangement, and I hope you join me at my next video, and I see you soon.